and your bar end hits. Get the hell out of here.
You're all alone in a fantasy, so wake up and just move on. We're dead and gone, and I don't mind that I left you behind.
About 25 minutes ago, I was riding and I tried to do a triple whip to invert air on the 8-foot quarter, and I fell. I did one of the ones where you land it and you thought you landed it right, but then you didn't, and then you looped back and then you hit your head on the ground and your back went. That's what happened. But it's been 25 minutes and I feel like I should do it again. But I really don't want to. I really don't want to. But if I don't, I'm just gonna look like a wuss. I'll be 100% honest. When I got here earlier, I was feeling a lot better and then I fell. That's not so good anymore. Hey, you shut up! All right, so let's drop in really quick. We'll just get I just want to get a quick couple airs to kind of like, shut up, Ryan, shut your damn mouth. Yeah, you better hurry up, little boy. You want to do an air out with me? Where you do the underring and I go the overring, you know?
I don't know who this guy's ever talking to. He's always just talking to himself.
Going crazy, bro.
Yeah, I haven't done it in a while.
We have not. All right, well, here we go. We're on the wrong side. Yep. Whoa! Yes, sir. Can I just keep stalling? Because I don't want to do this trick.
What are you doing?
I have to do that triple whip invert again.
That?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing another air. My neck needs to crack, but it cannot. All right, so let's again just get a chill little air. Maybe like a little alley-oop on this one. I know, Ryan! I don't know what's going on. I just feel lazy. I don't know if I don't even know if I'm hurting or if I'm just simply lazy. I think it's the second one with a little bit of the first one. That might be it. All right, let's do a triple up really quick and then we'll do triple up invert. I almost did the die. Off the table. I almost did the dead. You saw that? Yes. You saw that? Yes. I'm not excited about this. Are you excited about this?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Try not to do what you did earlier.
Shut up. That's bad juju. Here we go. All right, first go, maybe. Nope, didn't do it. Ouch. Ow. Yeah, I know. I was there, okay? Ow. I've had enough of you today. Ugh, you see what I mean? This is what kind of day I'm having. Dirk with the triple whip. Haha, you look like me. All right, I gotta land this stupid trick. You see this wind? It's not helping at all. All right, come on, Ray. Don't suck this time. Second go it is. Ah! Ah! Not working.
I like that though.
That was so random. All right, again. That was this number 3, third time's the charm. Damn it! Ow. I know! Okay, listen. If I land this one, this try, you will do triple up air.
On the 8?
Yes. I have to do it with the invert.
You don't have to. You're doing it because you want to.
Yeah.
That makes me have to do a triple whip that I don't want to do.
Oh, let me explain something to you. I do not want to do this
God.
right now.
He almost died.
Ooh. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
He literally went from like the middle of the 8 and tried to go to the 5, but not on purpose.
But that's not gonna happen to either one of us, because we're both gonna land. I'm gonna land this triple up invert,
dude.
and you're gonna land the triple up air.
Sure.
Aha! Knuckles seals the deal. All right, please let me land this one right now. I don't want to do this again. I have to talk to myself for a second. I'm hyping myself up. It's how this works in the YouTube world, you idiot. All right, triple invert. This is the one. Oh, as soon as I go, the wind picks up. Hey, you see that one? Why is it right when I landed, you had your hand up in the air like, son of a... You got this. Ryan's pissed. So Ryan's coming through right now for the triple up air. Yes, mate! Oh, you got too greedy on that one though, bud. One step at a time there, Bubba. Whoa, ledge! See, that wasn't so bad.
That was terrifying.
It was really bad for me though.
Well, I mean, you did it, so it's all good.
Yeah, but I fell 3 times. Just for... What happened? Emma, what'd you do?
I landed super sideways.
Your heart's on the other side.
Yeah, I know.
She's like, actually, it moved over here. That's how much I almost died.
Okay, so now that we're done with that, you guys didn't really come here to watch me ride per se. Of course, this is a scooter channel, but you guys came here to find 5 scooter hacks that cost $0. So let's get to it with number 1. Okay, so hack number 1. Let's pretend for a second that we don't have bar ends in our scooter. Actually, before we move forward, let's get one thing perfectly clear. Bar ends are super, super important. If you don't have bar ends in your scooter and your bar end hits, get the hell out of here. The reason they're super important is because if you fall and your bars land, ow, see? Your bars land this way and you fall on top of it, this could actually impale you. I've actually had my bars fall from like 6 or 7 feet up in the air with my hand on the floor, and it absolutely wrecked my finger and it's just smashed it. It was really, really bad. So if you don't ride bar ends, please go to your local bike, scooter, any shop that sells either scooter parts or bike parts and get yourself a cheap pair of bar ends. They're like $2 or $3 and they will save you. But if you have no other solution, if you cannot get bar ends, you don't have anything at your house that you can use, this is one thing you can do to make sure you're safe. If you pull on your grips and you move them out, 1/4 and 1/2 inch will do. It'll actually give you kind of like a substitute bar end. Granted, it won't be as safe or protective as a normal bar end would, whether it's an aluminum bar end or a plastic bar end. It's a lot better off for you personally, but this will at least keep the end of your bars from getting super sharp. Now, this is not gonna last forever. This might last you maybe like a day or 2, but it's at least something that'll protect your bars from getting sharp. Again, please, if you do not ride bar ends, go to the store and get some. But this little hack doesn't cost you anything. It's free. It only takes you maybe a few seconds to actually do. I think me moving my grips out maybe took me 20 or 30 seconds, and I got, like I said, about 1/4 of an inch. Well, that's probably about 1/8 of an inch, but if I wanted to pull it further out, I could. Boom, now we have about 1/4 of an inch. So it's quick, it's easy, and it'll save you. Number 2. Well, there's a lot of people at the skate park right now, plus this wind is kind of going hard, so we're gonna go to the house and get the rest of these hacks for you guys. Okay, so we're back over at my house now. I would have loved to have finished the rest of the video over at the skate park, but there was just a lot of people there, there was a lot of noises, the audio was really bad, so we're finishing it here. But hack number 2 that costs literally $0 to do. Now, I've actually had a lot of people ask me about this one because they've seen it on my scooter previously, and it is that I don't run a headset cap. Do you guys see right here, right underneath my clamp, there's no headset cap. I ride an Envy headset. It's an integrated headset. It's one of the best headsets I've ever ridden. It's super smooth, it's super fast, and I don't even think I've ever broken, maybe one. In my entire scootering career, riding with Envy, I think I've broken one of their headsets, but it's kind of funny when I tell people that I don't ride a headset cap because they always think that I'm tripping, as if I don't know what I'm talking about. I've done this for a long time. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm talking about here. Here's a standard blunt headset cap / Envy. Here's the last scooter I rode, also the scooter with the spray-on grip tape, which if you didn't see that video, click that card up there. It'll take you straight to it. It's a good video, a lot of good times. Go check it out. The reason I don't ride a headset cap is because I have done this a lot. I don't know why I am so prone to this, but when you have a headset and you put that cap on top of there, this one has no problem because all this stuff is in good condition. But if I spin this, nothing's rubbing. Although there's been plenty of times where I have been riding my scooter and for some weird, I don't understand reason, I have bent my headset cap to the point to where it rubs on the top of my, let me explain this a little bit better because a lot of you might be confused. You need a headset for your bars to spin. Your bars spinning smoothly / evenly, whatever you want to call it, is a big part of your scooter. Your front end is probably the most important part of your scooter because so much is going on right here at one time. Your wheel's spinning, your fork is spinning. You gotta make sure that all this stuff is in proper condition so that nothing breaks. And it makes your entire scootering ride better, if it's good. Now, on the top, if I have my bars in here and everything is working properly, nothing will come into contact with that headset, making it spin smoothly. Nothing will be rubbing. etc., etc. If I throw a headset cap on there, because this one is fresh, same thing. Everything is gonna be spinning smoothly. Although, if this is bent up to the side, see how this is not spinning evenly because of the fact that it's bent? I don't know how well you can see that, but look right here. Watch that little gap in there. Notice how it's not all lined up, so everything's moving around. If your headset seems like it's not spinning smoothly or it's got like a rough spot in there, that's probably why. Hence the fact that I just don't run it at all. I just take it off. For those of you that are asking, no, this is not bad for your scooter in any way, shape, or form. It's totally fine. I've been doing it like this for years. Although, if you do it like this, make sure your clamp is not coming into contact with the top of your actual deck, because if that is the case, you're gonna be getting some rubbing in there. Your scooter's not gonna work properly. Again, it's not gonna be a good time. If you absolutely insist on riding one of these headset caps, that's totally fine. I get it. It does keep your headset clean. That's what this does. I spray mine with stuff all the time, and for me, when I think about it, I have this huge gaping hole in the front of my deck, so my headset's gonna get dirty no matter what. But if you insist on riding this cap, I do recommend you get a very small spacer. This is one of the smaller spacers that you can get. Put this on the bottom of the headset cap so that if this bends, it's okay. So now I have a large gap in there no matter what. If I spin this, that headset cap, no matter what way it's kind of cockeyed, it's not gonna come into contact with the top of my deck, meaning that I don't have to worry about it. But for me personally, I don't like the top of that thing. Like, I don't like how there's a massive space on the top. But it does work, it helps, but for me it just looks cleaner just to ride it without it. So that's a little hack for you. You don't need a headset cap, but they do look good. I'll give them that. Number 3. Now, when I think of grip tape on a scooter or a skateboard, I kind of think of that as shoes. Now, let me explain. If you go to a family gathering, right, and you just have some nasty looking clothes on, like me right now, right? Everything's looking real bad, but you have some nice shoes on, like these ends that I wear all the time when I ride, you're looking okay. Like that cancels everything out and you're looking good. But reverse it. Say I'm dressed up real fancy. I got like a fly shirt on, some nice jeans or whatever, pants, whatever the case may be. My hair is all slicked up, but I got some nasty shoes on. It just ruins the entire outfit and I just instantly look like crap because of my shoes. Grip tape's kind of the same way. Let's say you have a beautiful scooter, like this one. I have an AOS V5, I have some Union bars on here, I got some amazing wheels, even though they're 2 different colors. Because of the last video, okay? Just work with me. But my grip tape looks pretty good, right? It's looking pretty decent because it's relatively fresh. Vital grip tape, by the way. You should get yours today. But let's say I had some nasty grip tape that was all ripped up, dirty, all this kind of stuff, right? It's not a good look. It's not a good look for me. It's not a good look for my scooter. It's not a good look for anybody. Now, there's a couple different ways that you can actually clean your grip tape off. This hack is not gonna help ripped grip tape or anything like that, but it helps with the dirty stuff. If you grab your scooter and you simply hold onto it, kind of like this is how I usually hold it at the bottom of the bars. I'll hold my scooter up and I just slap it. You slap the top of your deck. Basically what that's doing is it's getting all that dirt and basically it's like exploding it off of your scooter. So I'll take it, I'll hit it pretty hard. I wouldn't hit it like softly because that's not really gonna do much for you. The harder you hit it, the more that grip tape is actually gonna kind of make that dirt come off. So I just give it a good few hits, kind of like this. Kind of get the back end a little bit too. Just kind of like use my thumb a little bit. The back end's a little harder to get because I have big hands, but if you got small hands, you're in the game. Boom. And grip tape's looking pretty good. Now, skate parks are not clean places necessarily. There's dirt all over the place. They're not usually upkept like they should be by the city, like every other park that the city has. Baseball fields, soccer fields, all that stuff is taken care of a lot more than skate parks. So your shoes are gonna get dirty, your pads are gonna get dirty, your clothes are gonna get dirty if you fall. That's just the way it goes. But keep your scooter clean by slapping the top of the grip tape. I know it's a really weird thing and it can suck on your hands, but if you get it done quickly, it's not that bad. It doesn't cost you anything. There are some other grip tape tools that you can buy, which we will make a couple videos on that later on. Or you can just go get new grip tape, which is like 10 bucks, but that's up to you. But if you don't have 10 bucks and you just wanna make it look good for now, slap it. But number 4. Okay, you remember the headset thing we were just talking about? That whole headset cap thing? Okay, we're going back to that. But this time, we have a brand new headset from Envy Scooters, which I'm gonna be showing you guys something that comes with this headset that I usually take out. Let me clarify something though. I only take this out when it starts to become an issue, and that is if it becomes an issue. If it doesn't become an issue, I have no reason to take it out, so I leave it. But if my headset's rubbing, this is sometimes one of the reasons that it's actually rubbing. Again, this is because the headset cap is bent somewhere. Maybe it took some slight force down and it just kind of cockeyed it. Something like that that's actually happened. But if it's only done a little bit, sometimes this will fix it. Now, we have an oil slick headset by Envy right here. Again, fully sealed, integrated headset, amazing, amazing piece. But if I remove this headset and I just take this headset cap again and drop literally everything else about the headset, this is a beautiful shine on this thing, right? So you would hope that this would work perfectly, which usually, like I said, it does, unless it receives some like trauma or blunt force to this area and it bends it down, which happens. It happens to everybody. Not every single part is perfect. Nothing's gonna last forever. On the bottom of this, there is a small little rubber ring that goes along the outside of brand new headsets. The reason that thing is there is to keep dirt from getting inside of your headset. Again, to make sure that it lasts a long time, stays smooth, stays clean, there's no dirt and nasty grime in there, of course. Nobody wants dirty stuff, right? Right. But if this thing is bent and it's rubbing just slightly, just ever so slightly to where you can feel like kind of a little rough spot, you can actually take everything apart, take your headset cap off, and if you just kind of grab this part with your nail or something, you can actually just remove that entire piece. Like, I just took that whole thing out. Now, again, this isn't necessarily bad for your headset, because if your headset's already damaged and this cap is damaged, this has to come off no matter what. And unless you have a brand new headset sitting in your room or in your garage or something like that, you have to take this off. Once you've taken that little rubber ring off, everything can go back to the way it was and everything will work properly, exactly like I said you had it before. I do this all the time. Well, mainly because I don't really ride headset caps, like I said earlier, but I do ride Envy headsets because they are amazing. But I've taken this little rubber ring off of so many headset caps because of the fact that it was just a little bit cockeyed, it was rubbing, you just pop it right off, and it can kind of save you a lot of headache sometimes. Again, this is not like a fault with any specific headset cap, but it's a good little hack. Again, doesn't cost you anything. It takes me about 3 seconds to get that thing off, and I can put everything back together and everything's gonna be back to normal. You can get back over to the skate park and get to tailwhipping, barspinning, backflipping, 360ing, whatever you need to do. But let's move on to the fifth and final hack. Now, the fifth and final hack of this video. It doesn't cost you anything and can save you so much headache. We've all put grips on before, and let me tell you something. Sometimes it can suck, unless you have an air compressor. Usually if you have an air compressor, you can make it work, but if you have water or if you have hairspray or whatever, sometimes you gotta, you know, kind of thread everything on. You gotta wait for it to dry, but this is kind of more portraying to people that have done it with an air compressor. Sometimes when you actually get that air compressor, you lift up this little flange and you start squirting air in there, it can create like almost like a small bubble on the inside of your grip. You can try to work that thing out as much as you want, but sometimes it just doesn't want to go away. Sometimes it's just stuck in there and you have like almost throttle grip. Well, it is throttle grip, but it's not because of something that's slipping, it's simply because there is a bubble inside of your grip. This is the way you need to fix that. It's super simple. It's something I figured out at Scooter Zone when I was working there years ago, and all you have to do is get a pocket knife or a knife from the kitchen. Don't use your mom or dad's expensive knives because you might get a spanking. A razor blade's ideal, but I don't have my razor blade right now because I don't know where the heck it is, so I'm using this Jeep pocket knife. If you are a kid and you are going to grab a knife, make sure mom and dad are around. I don't want you cutting yourselves because of me. Please don't go and grab knives and just start playing with them. Have your mom and dad around. Make sure that you're doing this safely. Basically, all you're gonna do is you're just gonna get those little air bubbles that I was talking about. You're just gonna pop them. Just start poking your grip a whole bunch of times. Now, when you are doing this, be careful not to poke kind of at an angle. What I mean by that is if I'm poking straight down on the top of the bar, right? If you need to do this slow, do it slow. You don't have to do it fast, but because if you poke like this, you poke on the side, right here, right? So hang on, if I'm poking in the middle, but I accidentally poke right here, I'm gonna slit my grip. So I'm gonna slice through it, I'm gonna have essentially just a cut right here. You don't want a cut right there because then you just have a damaged grip, especially if you just got brand new ones. So just do this slowly if you need to. Just go straight down on the top of the grip, okay? Do that a whole bunch of times. It's not gonna damage your grips at all because these are so small. Like these holes are minuscule, but it'll take care of any air bubbles that you have inside of there. I do this every single time I put grips on my scooter. You don't have to do it all over the entire grip. You don't have to go to the bottom. You don't have to the side. Just to the top. And then I kind of squeeze them. Make sure you work that air out, and that air will go out of those little tiny holes. Again, doesn't cost you anything. It takes you a total of 30 seconds for both grips to start poking holes. That's really simple. All you need is a knife or something sharp. You could probably even use like a flathead or something. Just get the pointy part of the flathead and start doing this because this is really soft material. It doesn't take much to pierce this. And you should have throttle-less grips. And you can do that on a BMX, you can do this on a mountain bike, you can do this on a scooter, whatever thing that you're using that requires grips, poke it and you're good to go. Alright, so quick recap on these $0 hacks that you can do to your scooter. First off, we covered hanging grips off of the end of your bars, a 1/4 inch to maybe a 1/2 inch to emulate bar ends. We talked about removing your headset cap and not riding it if it is damaged. We talked about slapping your grip tape if it's dirty in order to make it cleaner. We then came back to the headset and talked about removing the rubber seal that is on the bottom of the cap if you're having an issue with rubbing. And last but not least, we talked about poking the air bubbles out of your grips using a knife, a razor blade, or any sharp object. I hope some of these hacks help you guys in your scooter building skills. I know that I've used these hacks countless amounts of times on not only my own scooter, but other people's scooters that I've worked on in the past. If one of these hacks is new to you, let me know which one it is in the comments below. But that's gonna do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, click that like button, and if you are not already, please subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed the video. But until next time, I'm out of here. Later.